Sino dyan? Ako na rin mag-pray, best. Butangin sa atong filler dyan para makabalo ang mga tao pa nga. Sa ning orientation.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Let's pray.
Best, sugod na ta, best. Kat?
Yes, I'm here.
Sige na, start na.
Are we live now? Hello, good afternoon. How many viewers do we have as the moment, Sir John Ray? 64. 64 attendees in Teams and 5. Okay, we have 5 for YouTube. Can they use the chat box? Our attendees in the Teams? Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Time check. It's 1:32 in the afternoon, and may I request all those who are in the platform to please hit our chat box and type the word start. Please hit our chat box and type the word start. So I will know if you are really ready or not. Sir John Ray. Okay, so they're typing in the YouTube. Okay, so because I cannot read anything in my screen, I'm in the Microsoft Teams. Okay, thank you for your responses. Allow me to open my camera. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. This is Kathleen and I will be your moderator for this online convergence. My respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Chanelin Aliman, to our ASDSS, Dr. Raymond Salvador and Dr. Jerry Boquinquito, to our SGOD Chief, Dr. Gay Asugas Abduhan, to our CID Chief, Dr. Juliet Magallanes, to the Division Testing Coordinator, EPS Antonio Ganub, to the members of the program management team, to our operator, Sir John Ray Flores. Good afternoon to everyone. To formally start this convergence, may I request everyone to please pay attention as we will have our opening prayer to be led by EPS Antonio Ganub.
Thank you, God. Let us all pray. Dear loving Father in heaven, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, we humbly come before you at this moment. We thank you for allowing us to be here in the platform today for this orientation. We pray that this exercise will go well, and we also pray that you abide us until we finish this particular activity. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, and thank you even for hearing and answering our prayer through the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
All right. For the information of everybody, this orientation is for the post-test of our National Learning Camp. All right. To formally welcome us all to this convergence, please help me in welcoming our SGOD Chief, Dr. Gay Asugas Abduhan, for her welcome remarks. Ma'am Gay?
My respect to the Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Janelyn Aliman, to the two Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Raymond Salvador and Sir Jerry Boquinquito, to the Chief of the CID, Chief Magallanes, to the coordinator of this program, Dr. Antonio Ganub, school leaders, to everyone in the platform, maayong hapon. On behalf of the top management, we are happy to welcome you to this orientation we are happy to welcome you for this orientation, and we hope that your presence today will be a productive one, will be a significant one to each one of you. Just please give your focus, your full attention to the discussion of Sir Ganub, and daghan jud mong makatunan. No, that is very important in the assignment that you will be have and in the activity that you are going to have. So among the many, you are identified, you are chosen. So we give also your best, give also what is expected to each one of you. So my dear colleagues in the government service, please pay attention while enjoying the company of everyone in the platform. So once again, good afternoon and God bless us all.
All right. Thank you so much, Ma'am Gay. That was our SGOD Chief, Dr. Gay Asugas Abduhan. Allow me again to open my camera. All right. So any moment from now, our schools division superintendent will be joining in this platform and she will be giving her message. So we will wait for her time po. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, let's proceed to the checking of attendance. I believe we have with us in this platform our public schools district supervisors, education program supervisors, our school testing coordinators, school heads of junior high schools in the division of Zamboanga del Sur. So we will be checking who's in and who's out, and let's start with our education program supervisors. If you are hearing this voice, please hit our chat box and type the word magaling. Yon. Sir John, please prompt me if you can read any responses from our participants. Thank you so much, Sir John. All right. Magaling for our education program supervisors. May mga responses ba, Sir John Ray? We have responses in the YouTube. All right. Okay, let's proceed. PSDSS, Public Schools District Supervisors, if you are hearing my voice, please hit our chat box and type the word mahusay. Responses ba, Sir John Ray? Mahusay for our PSDSS. Sa YouTube na okay. So we will wait for the responses. Now let's proceed to the next group. Our principals and school heads of our junior high schools in the division of Zamboanga del Sur, please hit our chat box and type the word maganda. School heads of our junior high schools in this division. Yon. Ang word nyo po ay maganda. All right. Now let's proceed to the next group. We'll have our school ICT coordinators. School ICT coordinators, if you are hearing this voice, please hit our chat box and type the word mayaman. Ang hirap maghanap ng Tagalog word. Mayaman for our school ICT coordinators. All right. I hope you are following the instruction. That's for our checking of attendance, ladies and gentlemen. Sir John Ray, what's the update? Wow, thank you so much. Okay, so now we can really be assured that they are um, paying attention to our virtual convergence this afternoon. All right, I am also inviting the members of the program management team to please hit our chat box and type the word magaling, mahusay, maganda, mayaman. Yon. Go ahead. Magaling, mahusay, maganda, mayaman. to the next part of this orientation, and that's for our Kwame Matters. And to give to us Kwame updates, please help me in welcoming our Senior Education Program Specialist for School Management Monitoring and Evaluation, SEPS, Jfrix Q Katakutan. Sir Jfrix, please take your time.
I think Sir Jeffrey is not in the platform. Later, Besh, we will just request Sir Jeffrey to come in anytime.
Okay. Sige, because I am just following the program that was sent to me earlier. Okay, so I will give time later to Sir Jfrix to give us Kwame updates. All right. So now we will proceed to the orientation proper. We have lots of topics to be discussed this afternoon, and I am requesting everyone to please sit back, relax, and let's enjoy the rest of the afternoon. And now I will give you our first facilitator for this orientation, our division testing coordinator, the one and the only, Sir Antonio Ogano. Sir Ton, take it away.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ma'am Kat. Am I projecting now?
Yes, sir, you
Jan?
are. Yes, Sir Ton, you are projecting.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kat, for accepting my request to serve as the moderator for this afternoon's orientation. At the offset, I would like to give my afternoon greetings to our top management, to SDS Aliman, and to our 2A SDSS, Salvador and Bukingkito. And of course, thank you so much to our SGOD chief for joining with us this afternoon. And also the same amount of greetings that I can give to our CID chief, Dr. Joy Juliet Magallanes. And of course, to the people involved in this particular orientation, Sir John Ray from the IT, Ma'am Kat. We also have with
Ogano.
us
Sir Ton,
Vin, no?
take it away.
Vin Lay Valdez, no? Joining with us this afternoon and
Okay, so
assigned to
thank you so much,
discuss
Ma'am
what
Kat.
are
Am
the
I projecting
topics
now?
no, that are in store for us this afternoon.
Yes,
So
sir,
I
you
am
are.
happy
Yes,
to
yes,
know
Sir
that
Ton, you are projecting.
we have
Okay,
participants
so
online
thank
via
you so
YouTube
much,
and
Kat,
to our
for
MS Teams. And I am
accepting my
hoping that
request to serve
if
as
ever
the
there are
moderator
still
for
other
this
school
afternoon's
principals and school
orientation.
testing
At
coordinators
the offset, I
and
would
even
like to give
PSDSS who
my
are not yet in
afternoon
the
greetings to
platform,
our top
kindly get in
management,
touch with them
to
and invite them
SDS
to be with
Aliman,
us
and
so
to our
that we
2A
will be
SDSS,
having a
Salvador and
uniform understanding
Bukingkito.
in terms
And of
of
course,
the
thank you so much
conduct
to
of
our
the
SGOD
post-test
chief
of
for
this
joining.
national learning camp assessment. So to prevent at that the coming days, no, to prevent the things that will happen that keep on asking on how to do these things, how to implement this, the best thing for us to do is to be with us this afternoon, join with us this afternoon, so that you can hear the correct information, the right information that is necessary in administering the post test of this NLC. So my topic at this point in time is to give you the rationale and the testing windows in the conduct of this post test of this national learning camp. So we attended the national orientation of this national learning camp assessment last August 17, 2023, and the time that we attended this orientation is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So this particular orientation, this division level orientation of administering this NLC post test. So then this will be administered to all. So it is being highlighted with red ink, no, grades 8 and 9 learners for school year 2023-2024. And this particular grade levels were the students during the pre-test, and they were still grade 7 and 8 during that time. So it is very clear that during this post-test, the grades 8 and 9 learners for school year 2023-2024 will be taking this post test, no? All public schools across the country. So this again, no? This grades 8 and 9 learners for school year 2023-2024 who took the pre-test for the National Learning Camp Assessment last July 2023 in all public schools across the country. So when you say who took the pre-test, so ang mag-take ng post-test are the grades 8 and 9 learners who were able to take the pre-test last July 2023 even kahit hindi sila nakasali sa learning camp, basta nakatake sila ng pre-test, they are requested to join the post-test. Oh, it is very clear. So the assessment tool intends to determine the effectiveness of the learning camp intervention on the learning proficiencies of participating learners before and after attending the said program. So I already mentioned that kahit hindi nakasali sa learning camp, ang bata, basta nakatake siya ng pre-test, siya ay magti-take ng post-test. In the same way, ang bata na hindi naka-pre-test, ngunit nakasali sa learning camp, hindi sila magti-take sa post-test. Kasi ang i-measure ng BEA, ang i-measure natin ay ang rating, ang score ng batang naka-pre-test kung may improvement ba siya during post-test. So I hope that this is clear to all of us. Baka may magtanong mamaya na related to that particular situation. So inunahan ko na pagsagot na ang batang naka-pre-test, dapat talaga siyang mag-attend ng post-test. Ang bata na naka-pre-test, hindi naka-join ng learning camp, mag-post-test pa rin siya. Ang bata na naka-join ng learning camp without attending the pre-test, hindi siya mag-post-test. Kasi wala mang in that particular case, walang comparison na mangyari pag wala siyang pre-test tapos mag-post-test. Gusto lang i-test ng central office ang improvement of the student, the learner, in terms of their scores in pre-test, comparing it to the post-test. So gusto nilang matingnan kung nag-increase ba or nagbaba. So Office of the Undersecretary issued this particular memorandum, no? DMCT 2023-230. This is from the Office of the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Teaching, and this was issued, no, for the administration of the National Learning Camp Assessment post-test for incoming grade 8 and grade 9 learners for school year 2023-2024. If you can still remember, during our orientation before the conduct of the pre-test last July, we already informed everyone that there shall be post-test that will be conducted in August. So ito na yon. Ito na yung sinasabi ko na kapag may pre-test, meron ding post-test. And the legal basis for that is this particular DM OUCT-2023-230, the administration of the National Learning Camp Assessment post-test for incoming grade 8 and grade 9 learners for school year 2023-2024. So that is testing window and the target test takers. When we will speak of testing windows, the date, no? Ang date na pwede tayong mag-conduct ng post-test. So it will only be within these dates that we can access the questions online. Pagkatapos ng date na itinalaga sa central office, after September 22, close na ang system, we can no longer access the questions. So if you can still remember, the schedule of our pre-test was July 21 to July 14, 2023. And congratulations, because most of our schools, grade 7 and 8 during this time were able to take the pre-test. Congratulations. So ngayon, we will be talking of the post-test, and this will start on August 31 to September 22, 2023. No, mag-umpisa ang post-test. But we are already, and now it is already September 5. So it is expected that some of the schools are already conducting the post-test. But in our case, in our schools division office, I believe that wala pang schools na nag-post-test because you are still waiting for this orientation before you will proceed with conducting the post-test. So ito na yon. Right after tomorrow, right after the orientation that we have this afternoon, you can start conducting the post-test tomorrow so that we will be administering all of the grade 8 and 9 can already take the post-test before September 22. If you are reading the division memorandum that we released, no, it is suggested by the top management that you shall start administering the post-test tomorrow, September 6 until September 15, so that we will not be putting our students in an 11th hour that some of us, no, some of our grade 8 and 9 are not yet taking the post test. Then pagkabukas September 22 na. Remember that in this post test, the cut-off is September 22, and the central office during our orientation informed us that there will never be no more extension in the testing windows after September 22. Wala nang extension of schedule. So that is why I am encouraging everyone, since the process of administering the test, no, the procedures are just the same with what we have done during the pre-test. So it would be easier for us to conduct the post-test since we already have the experience on how to and what are the manners of conducting this particular post-test. So we can see on screen right now that the pre-test are the grade 7 and 8, and on the post-test are now grade 8 and 9 because we are already on the new school year 2023-2024. So it is emphasized that the learners who took the pre-test will participate in the post-test regardless of participation in the NLC program. So ito yung sinabi ko kanina. Kahit hindi siya nakasali sa National Learning Camp schedule, basta nakatake siya sa pre-test, they are obliged to take the post-test. So klaro yan. And remember that the dates, the testing windows for the post-test shall start from August 31 and this will end on September 22. We still have ample time to administer the test. You can start having the post-test tomorrow and you can end it earlier than September 22. Okay, so the objective of this orientation is to orient the field testing personnel on how to administer the online computer-based test to incoming grade 8 and 9 learners for school year 2023-2024 in all public schools across the country using the DepEd LMS platform. And this particular platform has been introduced to you before the conduct of our pre-test, and this will be reiterated this afternoon by our IT, Mr. John Ray Flores. And also, one of the objectives of this orientation is to reiterate the guidelines in conducting the computer-based assessment. So these are the objectives that we are going to adhere as we will be discussing every topics that are in store for us in this particular online orientation. So that would be all for now. I will be going back to the platform later. We will give our other speakers to present their assigned topics as we go along. Thank you, Ma'am Kat. I will turn this over to you now. Ma'am Kat? Ma'am Kathleen? Ma'am Kat?
Yes, Sir Ton. Hello?
Yes. I am done with the first presentation that I have. I think we have to proceed now with our next speaker.
Okay po. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Sir Ton Ganub. That was our first facilitator for the national and the testing windows, our division testing coordinator, Sir Ton Ganub. Now we will proceed to the next topic. It's about guidelines on the administration of the NLC, technical specifications of testing centers and alternate testing centers. And this will be discussed by our
John
Division
Ray, John
Wonder
Ray.
Boy, Sir Ton.
I think it would be John Ray who will do the favor of discussing the
Okay.
topic as requested by
I,
Sir Chester.
okay. So now let's welcome our Assistant ITO, Sir John Ray Flores. Sir John, please take your time. All right. Thank you so much, Sir John Ray. Thank you for thoroughly explaining to us those different topics. And yeah, virtual claps for Sir John Ray Flores, our assistant ITO. Okay, now we will proceed to the next topic, and it will be discussed by yours truly. So please allow me to share my screen. Am I presenting Sir John? Sir John Ray? Okay. Okay, thank you po. Once again, good afternoon to everybody. My task is to discuss to you criteria in selecting the test administrator. So let's do a full screen presentation. All right, this one. We have three criteria in selecting the test administrators for the National Learning Camp post-test. And the administrator must meet these three requirements. First, at least the administrator is a teacher 1 to master teacher from our school's division office. So that's it, from teacher 1 to master teacher. Number 2, must be external from the school or must not be the teachers of the participating learners. So you can invite teachers from other schools to administer the test in your school for as long as it's within your district po. So ito lang po yung hindi pwede na yung teachers of the participating learners will be the administrators of the test. Third is our administrators must be computer literate and has a strong IT background, because they will also be assisting our students in logging their Moodle accounts and so on and so forth. Then it was mentioned earlier by Sir John Ray that during the post-test, we will be following a scheme. So ito na yon, our seating arrangement and the testing scheme for the post-test of the NLC. Using the class list, the last name of the learners should be arranged alphabetically per batch, regardless of sex. So we have here a sample table, sample scheme for our batches. So this is our first scheme, the scheme 1. 2 grade levels per day. 2 grade levels per day lang yan. So that's batch 1 in the morning for grade 8. That's 40 participants per batch. Another batch 2 for still in the morning for grade 8. Again, 40 participants. In the afternoon, we have batches 3 and 4. That's for grade 7, 40 participants in each batch. If you want to screenshot this, please do screenshot this slide. So you will be guided. This is our first scheme, 2 grade levels per day. Grade 8, 2 batches in the morning, and in the afternoon, we have 2 batches for grade 7. Another scheme is this one, 1 grade level for the whole week po. 1 grade level for the whole week. So batch 1 and 2 in the morning for week 1, grade 7, week 2, grade 8. Sorry, let's make this clear. Batch 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be for week 1, grade 7, and grade 8 for week 2. So that's it. And then we have to follow the same number of batches, still 40 participants per batch. So please do screenshot this slide so you will be guided. You can choose between these two schemes kung sa inyong gusto nga i-follow either the first scheme, this one, the scheme 1, 2 grade levels per day, or this one, 1 grade level for the whole week. So kayo na po yung mag-decide within your school. Okay, then we have here reminders that we need to follow. We have to ensure that all learners for previous batch completed the test Take note po, dapat na-complete ng previous batch yung test before proceeding to the next batch to take the test. Another, school should prepare the following data for the EDQ of the learners. So we have here the number of grade 8 and 9 learners enrolled in English. Please screenshot this po. Number of grade 8 and grade 9 learners enrolled in science. Number of grade 8 and grade 9 learners enrolled in math, because this post-test is focusing on these three major subjects, English, science, and math. And aside from the number of learners, you will also be preparing the number of teachers for English, science, and math for both grade 8 and grade 9. So please take note po, school heads and the school ICT coordinators. Okay. So it was mentioned earlier by our division testing coordinator, Sir Ton Ganub, that those that were able to take the pre-test during the onset of our national learning camp, grade 7 and 8 pa sila noon, they will also be the ones who will take the post-test. Grade 8 and grade 9 na po sila ngayon. So even though they were not able to participate the camp, but they have taken the pre-test, so they will also take the post-test. So I hope that's clear. Okay, I think that would be all. My presentation is very short. If you have questions, we will have our open forum after all the presentations. Okay. Now we will proceed. Sir Ton? Sir Ton? Surgeon Ray? Am I still
Yes,
heard?
we have to proceed.
Okay.
We hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, for the next topic po, it will be discussed by the newest member of the Schools Division Office of Zamboanga del Sur. He is occupying the item of our former EPS2 in HRD, Sir Brian Telempros. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sir Archiven Lay Valdez, EPS2 of HRD section. Sir Ven, go ahead.
Yes, Ma'am Kat. Thank you. Thank you so much for introducing me. Thank you. First of all, I would like to my salute and my respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Jeneline Aliman, and to Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Raymond M. Salvador and Dr. Jerry Bukingkito, and our CID Chief, Dr. Juliet A. Magallanes, and our beloved SGOD Chief, Dr. Gay Asugas at Duhan, and to all, and to Sir Ton, our Education Program Supervisor, to all the Education Program Supervisor, PSDS, School Head, and TIC, and fellow teachers, isang mapagpalang araw po sa ating lahat. Good afternoon, magandang buhay po sa ating lahat. It's my pleasure and I am deeply honored to be one of the presenter of this afternoon's affair. So, can I have the okay? My assigned topics is all about the test administration. So, meaning to say, setting up the testing environment, giving the test taker a clear instruction, and ensuring the exam is administered. Yes, sir. Taon, sir. Sir. Taon, sir. Sorry. Okay. Ada picture. Okay, I'm sorry. Kita na, sir. Okay, let me continue. Sorry for that inconvenience. As I say, my assigned topic is all about the test administration. Okay, the schedule of the test administration. First of all, there is a preference for a time allotment for the preliminaries and the test proper. That is a total allotment for one batch of test takers is 2 hours and 10 minutes. Then there will be 17 working days administration for the National Learning Camp Assessment Post-Test from August 31 to September 22, 2023. Yan po yung sinabi ni Sir Ton kanina na walang extension after September 22. So there is a time frame to conduct our post-test. Let's proceed to the preliminaries or the preparation, a total of 20 minutes. So ano-ano ito? Student assembly in the computer laboratory, 5 minutes. Assessing the module platform, the time allotment for that is 20 minutes. And the giving of student questionnaire, 15 minutes. A total of 40 minutes. For the part 2, which is the test proper, ang science po, ang time allotment niyan is 30 minutes. So with this, the English, 30 minutes, and mathematics, 30 minutes. A total of 2 hours and 10 minutes. Okay? Let's proceed to the test administration procedure. Ang mga pamamaraan para sa pag-administer ng ating test. First of all, see to it that the seats are arranged properly with provision of study barriers in between computers unit to prevent any attempt on their part to communicate with each other. And the date and time in the computer units are correct. Sisiguraduhin po natin mga fellow teacher na naka-arrange po yung mga upuan ng mga bata. Well, of course, with the provision of the study barriers o dapat may harang para maiwasan yung pagkokopyahan ng mga bata. To prevent any attempt on their part to communicate, to ask question and answer with each other. And see to it also, make sure that the date and time in the computer units are correct. Next is ensure that the learner already have activated and accessed their DepEd Microsoft accounts. Then, ensure that the module platform is already running using the Safe Exam browser before the students go to their respective seats. Make sure lang po natin, tiyakin po natin na naka-run na ang kanilang Safe Exam browser. Yun po diniscuss kanina ni Sir John Ray. Okay, up next, we have students should be advised to put their cell phones and other electronic devices inside their bags and place these belongings in the holding area. Make sure that mayroon tayong no cell phone policy during the examination. So, cell phone and calculators, smart watches, and other forms of electronic devices shall not be allowed during the test. Tiyakin po natin na kokolektahin natin yung mga cellphone ng mga bata at mga other electronic devices. Put that in their bags and place that in the holding area. Next is make sure all the learners have or know their login credentials. So ano nga ba itong login credentials? The usernames and their passwords. And other procedure will be discussed by the test administrator during the test proper. Okay? Let's proceed to the next slide, which is the health and safety. Panatilihin pong ligtas ang ating mga bata during the examination. So there should be a medical officer present in the testing center. Yun po. It is a regulation and procedure to prevent illnesses and accident or injury during the examination period. Provision of alcohol or any disinfectant should be present at the entrance of the computer laboratory. Yun lang po sa health and safety. Now, let's proceed to the next slide. Proceed to the breach of security in the national examination and corresponding sanction. This is according to the Section 13 of the DepEd Order number 55, Series of 2016. Ibig sabihin, ang paglabag sa seguridad ng national examination, katumbas ang mga kaparusahan nito. First, the following acts are deemed as violation and infractions of security pertaining to the national examination. Unang-una po, number 1, reading of test booklets other than by the examinee. So bilang guro, wala tayong karapatan na basahin yung mga test booklet. Only the examinee. Number 2, supplying answer to the examinees. Yun, isang violation and infraction of rules. Number 3 is cheating, pangongopya. Number 4 is plagiarizing, or ibig sabihin ito po ay pagkuha ng mga salita o ideya ng iba na hindi nakahingi ng pahintulot. Hindi kailanman okay yung pagkopya sa gawain ng iba. Okay, number 5, loss of test booklets. Number 6, photocopying of test booklets. Yan po ay pinagbabawal, mahigpit na pinagbabawal po. No? According to Section 13 of DepEd Order number 55, series of 2016. Number 7, capturing test items through electronic gadgets. Bawal po tayo mag-take ng pictures para sa mga test item. At number 8, distribution and posting of photos of the test booklet in any form of media. Pinagbabawal po na i-post halimbawa, i-post yung mga test booklet, yung picture natin sa Facebook or any form of media. Next, number 9, opening the test materials prior to the testing schedule. So there's a right time for us to open the test materials. No? Then number 10, late submission of test booklets and or answer sheets. That's constitute to infraction of the security pertaining to the national examination. Next, number 11, tampering of examinees' answer sheet. Number 12, infringement of copyright. Mahigpit po na binibigyan ng karapatan ang mga may-ari, ang mga mag-ari. Binibigyan ito ng proteksyon ng ating batas na bawal kopyahin yung mga gawang original ng may-ari. Okay? So, infringement of copyright. Number 13, allowing impostors and substitute examinees. Yung mga mandaraya, yung mga hindi to katulad ng basketball na may substitute examinees. So, mahigpit pong ipinagbabawal yon, allowing impostors and substitute examinees. Number 14 po, misrepresentation with regards to age, residence, and status. So, yun. Then, number 15, failure to closely monitor test procedures resulting in test irregularities. So, kailangan po bilang guro, gampanan natin ang ating mga tungkulin upang ito is pagsubaybayan ang ating mga trabaho sa pag-conduct ng exam. Especially if it resulted to irregularities. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the next slide, which is any or all of the sanction will be imposed on the aforementioned violations committed by the following. Kapag yung nakakommit yung examinee, yung mga bata, yung test taker, the first and second offenses, reprimand. Dapat i-correct natin yan sila, pagsabihan natin sila. That's first and second offense. Kapag umabot ito ng third offense, immediately cancellation of the test, invalidation of test results. Yan po ang mga sanctions. Now, the degree of violation and corresponding sanctions shall be determined by the division testing coordinator. Now, let's proceed to the testing personnel o yung mga examiner, yung nag-exam, yung mga guro. Suspension of salaries and incentives, benefits of those concerned for 1 to 3 months. Wag naman sana, no? Sana. And work suspension, ayan ang sakit. And in case of infringement of copyright, andyan na po papasok si legal remedies will be considered. The use of legal system in order to protect others, someone's right. Yan. The degree of the violation and corresponding sanction shall be determined by the school's division superintendent. Ayun lang po, that concludes my topic with regards to the test administration, schedule of test administration, the health and safety, the breach of security in national examination, and corresponding sanctions. Kat? That concludes my assigned
Oh.
topic.
All right, thank Thank you so much, Sir Vin
You're welcome po.
Valdez, our EPS2 for Human Resource Development section. Okay, so I think that's loud and clear. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome once again in the platform our Division Testing Coordinator, Sir Ton Ganub. Sir Ton? Sir Ton?
Yes, sir.
Sir Ton,
Confidence.
your mic
Ay,
is off.
am I projecting now?
Yes, you are po. Okay, go ahead, Sir Ton.
Is it confidentiality agreement form?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm back. Of course. Thank you so much, Kat, for giving me that time again. And thank you, Mr. Valdez, for doing the presentation about things related to the conduct of this post-test of the National Learning Camp. So my last topic for this afternoon is on the confidentiality agreement form, and this is in connection with the things that has been discussed by Sir Valdez, no? So included in this presentation is the confidential oath of confidentiality. We have here, you can access this. Well, anyway, we will be providing you with a copy of this presentation for you to be guided on the procedures that should be adhered in conducting the post-test of this NLC. So what you can see on screen right now is the sample form of the oath of confidentiality, and this shall be filled up by the test administrator. Then we also have here oath of confidentiality agreement for the learners. So the oath of confidentiality we have here for the test administrator and separate oath for the learners who will be taking the test. Then we will now proceed to the updates on the program support funds. So these program support funds, as of now, we still don't receive the sub-arrow for the program support fund, but don't worry, if ever the sub-arrow will arrive, the budget, the allocation of the examiners that has been serving starting the pre-test and the post-test shall be given to the right person. So we shall really be providing the allocation of those persons who are really getting involved in the conduct of the pre-test and the post-test. So when we speak of program support funds, these are the allocations that will be provided to us from the central office, and this shall be given to all the persons that are, not all, the examiners, not the examiners that are involved in the conduct of the pre-test and the post-test. So we have here meal subsidy for the testing personnel. Then the testing personnel referring to the regional and division testing coordinator, the division regional and division IT officer, school IT, no, school IT officer and coordinator, school testing coordinator, and the test administrator. So I just would like to inform everyone, the people know that are being mentioned as testing personnel, that the amount per personnel is 690 pesos. So 690 pesos is the amount per personnel, no, as stipulated in this presentation. But we have to wait for the sub-arrow because sometimes the amount of the sub-arrow is not enough to pay for the personnel. So that is why we have to make necessary adjustments, and we have to prioritize those people who are really serving as examiner, since they are really the persons who are in front or frontliners in the conduct of the test. But if the amount of the sub-arrow is quite big, then all of the people being mentioned as testing personnel will be recipient of that particular meal allowance that is worth 690 pesos. Other administrative expenses or contingency fund is 5% of the total amount of the sub-arrow or the program support funds. So that is it. No, that is only for the program support fund. So some of the persons who are serving as examiner during the pretest has been asking kung kailan daw maibigay yung yung budget for 690 during the pre-test. I just would like to make this clarification that as of now, ang sub-aro ay hindi pa nakarating sa conduct ng pre-test. I believe na iisahin na lang yan nila ang budget for pre-test and post-test. But don't worry, if this particular program support fund will arrive in our SDO, this shall immediately be allocated or distributed to the persons who deserves to receive their allocation of this particular amount. So that would be all for the program support funds. So we will be starting tomorrow, we will be floating Google Sheet, online Google Sheet, and we will be asking who are really the persons or who are really the personnel serving as test administrator or examiner, who are the testing coordinator, school testing coordinator, who are the school IT officers, and we shall be getting this data from your end so that you will be given the allowance or this meal subsidy, no, the moment that the program support funds will arrive in our SUS division office. But I am reminding everyone na especially the school principal, no, hindi sinabi dito na school principal ang school head, ang sinabi dito na testing personnel, test administrator, school testing coordinator, school IT officer. Dapat ang ilagay talaga doon ay yung talagang mga taong nagsiserve, totoong nagsiserve during the conduct of the pre-test and the post-test. So that would be all for our orientation this afternoon. And I have to give back the time for Ms. Kathleen to entertain or to give answers to the queries that are playing into the minds of our participants this afternoon. Ma'am Kat?
All right, thank you, Sir Ton. Okay, I think before we proceed to our open forum, let's give time for Sir J. Fricks, our
Okay.
SEPs for SMME, to give us Kwame updates. Sir J. Fricks?
Hello, hello, good afternoon. Thank you, Ma'am Kat. Good afternoon, everyone. I will just be I will just be giving the link, no, for the online evaluation for this orientation, virtual orientation. I actually sent the online evaluation link in the Q&A section. So please do submit your online evaluation for this activity, and rest assured that we will all the data will be kept private, and then we make sure that um, all of your answers, your ratings, and your comments and your suggestions will not be identified as to who gave a certain rating. So hindi po natin makikita yan kasi automatic po yung system na mag-generate. So please do give your honest feedback for this application, and it would really help, in improving activities such as this. No? So thank you very much, and once again, nasa Q&A na po yung ating link. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Sir J. Fricks, for giving us Kwame updates. Now we will proceed to our open forum. Our facilitators are now ready to answer your queries. And I have here two questions in the Q&A. First is what to do to those students na nag-transfer to other school. That's from Sir Brex Amora of Paraiso National High School. Sir Ton?
Okay, so for that particular students who transferred to other school, if they transferred to a public school, then definitely they will be taking the post test in the school where they are enrolled at present.
Okay po. Okay, the second question is not that clear. Parang hindi natapos ma-type. Or am I seeing this right, Sir John Ray?
Do we have other questions?
If you have questions daw po, queries with regards to the topics of Sir John Ray, you can directly chat him daw po in his messenger. He's willing to accommodate you all with regards to the technicalities of the post-test. You can directly chat Sir John Ray Flores. His Facebook account is Jan Jan. Okay, next question. This is from Anonymous. Bakit po may mga test booklets na kailangan?
Okay, so the one that has been presented by Sir Vin Valdez is a general instructions in terms of the sanctity of the material. So in our case, in the National Learning Camp Assessment, we are not using the test booklet because we are employing, or we will be conducting this particular assessment online. So we are not allowed to delete some of the contents of the presentation. That is why Sir Vin only read what are the contents of that particular slide. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Sir Ton, for clarifying that question. Another question po, is it the number of teachers in this school year po or during sa NLC?
I just want to be clarified. What is that
I think this
particular
is
number of
with
teacher
regards
they're
to my
referring to?
topic, Sir Ton.
Ah,
Yung sa number of teachers, number of learners na dapat nilang i-prepare for the administration of tests. I think yun lang nag-volunteer
okay.
for the NLC.
Mm-mm.
Yun lang pong nag-volunteer for the NLC and not the total number of teachers in your school. Next. The link of our online evaluation po, it's in the Q&A. Ang link nandyan na po ha. It was mentioned by Sir J. Fricks. Nadaanan ko kasi. Next question. Follow up lang sa slides presented karon.
Okay.
They will be asking for the slides,
just like,
Sir Ton.
Ma'am Kat, just like what we did
Sir
during the
Ton.
pre-test, we will be providing our participants with the presentations that we are using this afternoon, and we will just let this particular slide be shared through Jan Ray.
Okay.
Idaan natin kay Jan Ray para doon na lang sila din kasi especially when they will be asking questions about the technicalities of conducting the test. So doon na lang din natin ibigay kay Sir Jan Ray.
Okay, sir. So it's Sir John Ray Flores po ang in charge to disseminate our slide for today. Sir John Ray, I hope you are paying attention. Maraming mag-chat sa iyo later.
May slide na naman din sa Sir John Ray.
Okay po. And I think it's only one slide, parang continuous lang din yung mga topics. So it's not that heavy. Next question, it's from Bokong National High School. He said one of the identified testing centers for NLC is the Bukong National High School. But as of the moment, only 5 tablets are functioning. Ano daw po yung gagawin nila, Sir Ton? 5 tablets lang yung functional.
Okay, so I believe what were the things that has been done during the pre-test, yun din ang gawin nila ngayon sa post-test. Kasi kung paano nila kinakandak yung pre-test during the schedule, ganun din ang gawin nila sa conduct ng post-test. So kung nahanapan nila ng paraan sa post-test ang number of gadgets that are needed, I believe that during the post-test, the more that they can find ways.
Okay, thank you, Sir Ton. Next question, if in a school, there is only one person who performed as testing coordinator and ICT coordinator, will he be given the allowance for 2 or isa lang iyang gawaton?
Isa na talaga kasi ang accounting, babasahin nila yung pangalan, hindi pwede mag-duplicate.
Kaya nga po. Thank you, thank you. Next,
But thank you for asking that question, ha?
appeal ba daw sa count ang senior high school teachers nga ni appeal sa NLC pero advancement ang gihandle?
Wala. Our concern this afternoon is the conduct of the post-test.
For
Lang
grade
man,
7
yun.
and 8.
Oh, grade 8 and 9 only.
Yes.
So other things not relevant to the conduct of the post-test, maybe that should be addressed to other persons, I guess.
Okay po. Wala na bang tanong?
Sir John, may tanong pa ba tayo dyan?
Okay,
Yes, good
somebody
afternoon.
is...
Okay. So,
Okay.
since we... Sige, Besh.
Sige, ikaw muna, Sir Ton.
Okay, so since we don't have any questions written in our chat box, I would like to use this opportunity to inform our school heads and teachers about this administration of the 2023 Special Educational Placement Test or PEPT. So we are issuing this Division Memorandum number 363 series of 2023. Baka may mga bata dyan sa paaralan natin na they are not certain of what particular grade level they should be in, kindly read Division Memorandum number 363 series of 2023 because the BEA is now scheduling the Special Educational Placement Test on October, and we need to have na the documents of those students or learners who will be taking the test not later than Friday. Friday na lang kasi may extension silang ibinigay. Kasi supposedly the deadline for this shall be on September 7. So I just would like to insert this information this afternoon para baka may kilala kayo na mga bata galing abroad or mga bata na overage na para malaman natin kung ano talaga ang placement nila in terms of the respective grade level. So please encourage them to comply with the requirements so that they will be included in the master list of our SDO to take the special PEPT. So, and that will be on October, but the processing shall be, the submission and processing of the documents shall end in our division office on Friday. So kindly disseminate this information. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sir Ton. I think that would be all. On behalf of the top management of the Division of Zamboanga del Sur, I would like to say thank you everyone for joining in our orientation today, and we wish you all good luck in the conduct of our post-test. Sure sa Sur.
Okay, so thank you so much, Kat. Thank you, Vinlay, J Fricks, John
Thank you,
Ray,
Sir
and
Ton.
Chester. Thank you for always serving as my partners in every orientation that we are conducting. Okay, so thank you for joining with us, everyone. Bye-bye.